Morning everyone. So we're out today, continuing day number 2. So I've done the first pass on the tree where I got the barra yesterday, where I got one, sorry, and missed one, and there was a few in the afternoon, that first up tree. Just done a sound, there's about 5 or 6 still there. I expected them to still be there. So re-rigged today, instead of 40 pound, we've gone up to 50, which is about 10% bigger. And yeah, we're going to pepper this tree. I'm going to give it about an hour, see how we go, and then we're going to jack fish our way up and sort of alternate between jack fishing and barra fishing. From my experience, these big logs, there's certain logs I know that the barra like to sit on, so I will throw the bigger lures and work them more methodically, whereas the jack spots all tend to just fish a lot faster and smaller lures. So without further ado, let's get into day number 2. Starting off with the big prawn. So this has only got a 5.0 in it. It's one of the sharp point ones. The one yesterday, he made a bit of a meal of it, so that's it there. I might be able to save it, but he's twisted it and bent it and all sorts of stuff. But what we'll do is we're just gonna, don't really have a plan for this, so put one up there to start with. Check our drag is tight, not too tight. These are big fish. These are probably, I'm going to guess, around the 80s. There will be smaller ones with them, but we'll just see if we can get a nib. I got a rough idea on how this tree sits now. The main thing we want to do is not get snagged. So we did one pass this morning. I sent my mate a video. There's probably 6 or 8 fish sitting in this tree. Well, there's a shark. So the image is flipped, so he's pointing this way, but he's actually swimming downriver, which is a little bit confusing until you sort of get used to it. Because the transducer is the same way, it just flips the image from left to right, so it just sort of messes with it a little bit. A little bit closer. I think they are actually sitting in front of the log, but we're fishing behind it for some reason. Just want to eliminate spots. Oh, that was a tap. A little brim tap. Just trying to keep a bit of tension on the line. We'll try in front of the tree, which is where I think I sounded them. I think I sounded them in this little region here. I think there was one in the tree and the rest were in front of the tree. I don't do much barra fishing, so it's all a big learning curve for me. Even though, like I said, there's meant to be a Mangrove Jack trip, every time I've come in here now, always finding barra, which I'm loving. Yep. I think I got one. I think I got one. I think I got one. It's a good fish. Oh, yep, got him. You can see silver. He's not big, but there's a shark nearby. Oh! Lost him. Bent the hook out. Far out. So she's an interesting morning compared to yesterday. Well, having said that, yesterday I rocked up at the incoming tide. So there's definitely barra here. We've had one hit, we've lost that good fish. Good being about 60, 70. It's a legal fish, that's all I care about. So we're just gonna keep following up along here. We've just passed that tree. There was like 4 or 5 barra in there and then I had to snag it as usual. One thing I'm noticing is, like I mentioned, the lack of bait. I'm seeing the odd gar, nothing else. I've seen a few jelly prawns. Something I have picked up on in the past is when there's not much bait, the system is really hard to fish. But that's because we're about mid-moon, leading up to a full moon. So imagine each time it'll get better and better, but it's easier to fish for the barra because there's less run, but it's also harder to fish for anything else because there's no bait. But we're just going to keep moseying along here. It's a beautiful day, and like I said, I just love being out here. It's just, yeah, it's so tranquil. It's like just bush and mangroves and yeah, gum trees and just all the stuff I love to fish. So we'll put this camera down, we'll keep rolling, and hopefully we can get something. Alright, well, those barra didn't want to play, and then they swam off, so go back to the smaller plastic for a bit. This is an old landslide where this bird is. Don't know how it fishes, if it's any good. Probably is. I think someone, last time I caught a lure off it, like someone had trawled a lure against it. Very strange. Let's roll this as a cod. Yep. Well, that's Estuary cod. Well, we caught something in between. Felt very cod-like. Just a little gold spot. You can tell because they've got gold on them, in case you're wondering. Got to be like 38 centimeters if you want to keep one. People do. See here, there's a bit of an undercut. There's a branch falling in the water, so stuff like this is always good because the structure should be nearby. Oh, what is that? Oh, Jack. There we go. He was a good fish too. Sweet. Well, we got one of the target species. Well, the target species, the theme of the trip. Done. Beautiful fish. He's bang on 35, so we're going to chuck him in the live well for a while, just until we run out of tide, and then we'll get him out and we'll go through it all with you guys. Alright, so we're coming up to the final area, which is just in here. We've got this nice little rock bar, steep hole. Caught jacks here before. Generally this is where I like to chill in the shade and have lunch. So we'll give it a pepper, and we're waiting for that tide to turn now and run in. As you've seen back there, we missed a jack. Well, I'm calling it for a jack, it felt like one. That's a very common spot for them to sit. There's a clump of rock with the tree in it. caught a lot of jacks out of it over the years. Sits in like 3-4 foot of water at low tide, 6-8 at high tide. Just here we got a series of little rocky bits, so we'll roll the plastic along there, see if we can get a nib. See if we can catch a better jack to finish off the session. Because once that run-in starts, I've decided I'm going to go back and sit on Barra for the afternoon. Well, there was a hit. Do I still have that? No. Well, I hit it and ran at us, so it's a little bit odd. Hey, it's got to be a cod. It's just dead set got to be a cod. The amount of grabs it's had, the jack would have left by now. Got to be a black spot estuary cod is my pick. Oh, good jack. Very good fish. Finally. Finally. It's a lovely, gorgeous fish. Oh, that took a moment. God, that took a while. So in here, there's a couple of sticks that are just sitting down. I thought we just peppered the absolute kahunas out of that rock. I was like, oh, I'll come in here and I'll flicker in here because I know there's a few little sticks and stuff. And there you go. Very healthy fish. What's he been eating? Crabs. Lots and lots of crabs. Ooh. Beautiful fish. Look at that, just falls out. Oh, it shows you how good they are at tossing it. We'll get him into the live well with the other one and we'll clean up that crab mess. And then we'll go through the fish. Ooh. Alright guys, well thanks to the 5 people that have made it this far into part 2 of the Mangrove Jack pilgrimage, and yeah, we've got it done. So he's come in at 42 centimetres, we just got him in a live well chilling, just tagged the both of them. I figured here's where I normally like to sort of wrap things up and just come down, chill, grab some food, fish that sort of rock bar. You can go further up, but you really need high tide. Got to wait like another 2 hours before you get across the sandbars, but yeah, thanks for those of you who stuck it through to see actual mangrove jacks given the title. And nearly, I should have called it the Barramundi Chronicles or something like that. But all right, I'll run you through the lure that I've been sort of flicking and getting all the action on recently. So that is just a J shad, 4.5 inch. I've done a review on it before, absolutely love them. Come in a multitude of colours. It doesn't really matter what you want to throw, like they're all good. There you go. Oh, there's a red colour. I don't even know what they call it. Red/gold. So that's the amount of thought and effort they put into it. The one I've been using is Mawashi/silver. So big fan of them. Tackle World Lawton now stocks them. So before I came up here, stocked up on them. Grabbed a few bags of them. Just absolutely love them. I just like to run them on a weedless hook. That is a sharp point jig head. It is a 3850. Can run a 3/8/60 if you need, but it just works good. The lure sort of swims down like that. I can burn it through cover, I can sort of do whatever. It's the sort of lure that I can rig on once and I can fish it all day. As we've found out recently, these hooks are not suitable for barra, but like I said, you can't, I can't put any stink on him for that, because I asked him for jack hooks, and you know, a jack and a barra are very, very different fish. So yeah, let's grab out the fish, let's go through things, and then we'll let them go before we start moseying on up and see what else we can get for the afternoon run. First up, we got the little fella. He's just come in on the Def Shad 3.25 inch. I'm going to do a review on it tomorrow, most likely a standalone video. So I'll use probably today's footage into it, but very happy with that. He just came hopping it down, a little bit of stick, nothing too fancy, just the same things I've fished all day. But let's grab out the big guy. Alrighty. The guy that has made the video possible, so to speak. 42 centimeters. So gorgeous fish. I just absolutely love everything about these fish. I love them, where they take me, the fight, the aggression they have, just everything about it. Just chucked him back in the well. Like, I just love the fact I'm up here, you know, it's terrible, it's windy, like terrible conditions, but you know, we got that good fish pulled out from underneath that mangrove tree, sort of saved the day. It's always like, there's always a lead up, and then you get that fish and it just makes everything worth it. I know we mucked around on the bass this morning. Would have been nice to get some of those, but yeah, I love jack fishing. That's really what I built the channel about, is just everything jack fishing related. I know that today's video, like I said, is a continuation from yesterday's, and it's meant to be a Mangrove Jack trip, but it's just turned into a creek trip at this stage. So yeah, didn't really plan on that yesterday. Well, yeah, yesterday morning I was cruising up. I didn't expect to find so many barra up here. Normally I can get about 3 to 6 jacks, so I've landed 2. We've missed a few more, and hopefully the afternoon session brings some stuff on. We're going to sit down, have some lunch here. Just going to wait for this water to pick up enough, and then we're going to fish this rock bar where I picked up that little cod. Start there, go back the other way, hit where I lost that jack before, and then probably go back and try and pick up a barra to round out the day. But I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope you have had fun, and yeah, I hope you stick with me as we continue on with the afternoon session. So let's put this camera down, let's have some food, let's get back into it.